Well, I am back. Oh well, I am still at it, but back at being live. This camera is not the normal camera that I'm used to using, so detail don't seem like it pulls up very well. But I end up doing a lot of detail painting on this one. I painted all, you know, the different things on there. Got the suspension on and the shocks. I gotta still put this on. I just painted the springs in the front, did some detail painting and got that. I have just been working on the body. Here's the hood. Throw in some clear, so I've got 2 on there. It is a little bit of an edge. Not much, but it's really nice and smooth compared. Hello, Eric. It's nice and smooth compared to what I thought it would be. I still have to wet sand it and buff it and everything. So I'll probably wet sand it a little bit before I put any decals on it, get rid of the rough edge a little bit, and then I'm going to end up clearing it. So, but with that cold weather, it's turned out pretty good. The interior, I kept on debating on whether to do a what color to do the roll bar. I was doing red seats, and I did the side door panels as body color. So I didn't want to do blue. That'd just be way too much color contrast. So I didn't want to do red because it wouldn't make the seat pop. So I ended up just sticking with the white. So I did the body color white on here. So I'm going to hand paint the fire extinguisher and then get that in there when it comes time. Got the dashboard. You just got to pull that tape off.
It's all about the aerodynamic balance. We talked about that. I think when they replaced the rear section, they found out they needed to, in order to keep the car in proper aerodynamic balance, they needed to.
Well, we got a little less than 16 hours ago, and I think I'm done painting. I have some detail painting to do, some hand painting, but going outside is not going to be needed anymore. There's that. It's going pretty good. Here's the actual interior. I just got the dash painted and everything. Here's the chassis. Got all the detail painting on that. Got a couple more pieces, and then I'm actually on the have a roller. Oh, I did the hood. So I got the and this is paint, so I got to wet sand that edge. Have to paint that black yet. Glue that other piece on there. And the that's the blue on the body so far. It's got to dry just a little bit more, and I'll be seeing the color on that, the 3-tone. It's almost dry enough to pull some tape, so I do have red going down here, and then the rest is white. So I got a nice three-tone color on that. So we've got that. I'm gonna have to start getting out of the engine. But on that, for it only being 8.5 hours in, I think I got quite a bit done. So thinking it's going to be pretty good by the time I'm done. So I'm going to paint these up. So that way I can get it into a roller. And so far the race is going pretty good, so can't complain about that.
And the only reason I said that about the onboard camera is that it's one of those deals. I don't know how it's powered. I would think by an ancillary battery source that's not involved with the car, but it wouldn't be the first time that someone had a problem with an onboard camera during a pit stop when perhaps there are things going on inside the car that others shouldn't see.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
There's my conspiracy theory again.
I know. Interesting. Full course caution is out for the LMP3 car. Yeah, they're checking something in the back of that Corvette. It is not a standard service anymore. That is for sure.
You would come in and do your standard service because you can't work on the car while service is going on. So they would come in, do the standard service, do the driver change, and then if there's an issue, take care of it. And I'll go back to, it didn't look like it was at speed to me the way it should be. And now that the service is done, the four guys can jump on it and try to solve the problem.
And a little bit of a help for them with this caution period. It's going to slow the field down. They will not lose quite as much time. Still not a big deal, obviously, as we see the BMW get pushed behind the wall.
Oh yeah, I still think I'm going to end up getting it done a little early. I'm hoping it'll be a little early, but the time I got to get left on it, I don't think I'm going to have too much taken up. The biggest thing now is getting the decals on still. The chassis and the interior are pretty much done. Depending on how the tape comes off on that body, that will be also a big tell if I have to do any touch-ups on the body, any bleed through from tape masking or anything like that. Why that tries. Let's see.
When you came up here about how this compares to an Indy car, and you were saying they drive somewhat close.
Yeah, it's not a million miles away, I would say. You know, they are pretty similar in lap times. I would say the DPI car is a little bit more user-friendly. You have a bit more assistant.
That'd be nice to see.
In an DPI car compared to an Indy car, the Indy car is a bit more brutal. So,
I did the last year I ended up finishing. I think I only did it in half the time needed. It was 12.5 hours by the time I did the video, but I think I ended up having it done by 12.
I wouldn't call the Daytona 24 hours a pre-season game. You know, like it's one of the biggest races in the world. So it's, but it's definitely like, you know, it's sort of not the rust off sort of event for us IndyCar drivers because we've been out of the race cars for quite long since September. So it's definitely, you know, it's a good way to start off our season. But
there is the reveal so far.
Very, very big race. You used to be part of it. It's
So you said you've never done an endurance race before. Why start with the biggest, one of the biggest ones?
no, but since I came to America 3 years ago, I've been, you know, this been.
Well, they say if it's last minute that
I've been working quite hard.
you used your time wisely because you used every last minute.
Announced that we're gonna do 2 cars now.
That way you didn't waste no time.
I got my
At least that's what they say.
I'm part of a great lineup. We have 2 extremely strong cars.
So there's a little bit of bleed through, but not a lot.
I'm enjoying it so far, and hopefully we can have a really strong
Nothing
finish
that-
for Cadillac and Cadillac racing.
Well, we just had Elio Castro
Nothing that is ruining the build yet. So a little bit of wet sand in there.
Yeah, I mean, today was like a summer day in Sweden, you know, it was beautiful. I was gonna put my shorts on and t-shirt, but but it's a bit chilly, but it's probably about the same temperature as we have in Sweden right now, so it's actually still at home. Yeah, perfect.
I just made a note in my phone to not visit Sweden.
No, it's quite nice in the summer. We only have like 3 months of summer, but that 3 months are good.
So real quickly, this is your first endurance race. So how are you going to manage these 24 hours with your sleep, your eating, all of that?
Yeah, so next time I'm in the car,
See you in the next update. Hope you have a good night. Have a good weekend until then. Thanks for stopping by and checking it out, how far I'm doing. Have a good one.
And then hopefully get a bit more sleep before my last stint in the morning. So yeah, I'm sort of learning, trying to lean on my teammates there with Joel Bamber and Dixon and Bourdais and Brenger and these guys that have more experience than me. And some of them say you should sleep as much as possible. Some say you cannot sleep too much because you get too tired. And so I don't know. I just have to see how I feel, I guess, and just try and be ready every time I go in the car.
All right, Marcus Erickson, thanks so much. We're going to go to Dylan Welch, who has more on that number 4 Corvette behind the wall.
We did see him on pit road, and they were repairing a diffuser issue with some damage from that last restart, and then the car wouldn't fire. They had problems getting it refired, and eventually did, I believe, but they thought maybe it was just too low on fuel when it came in. So a little bit of some issues to sort out down here in the Corvette camp, but I think they did get it right.
And guys, that's big because the 4 is one of the 2 Corvettes that's only running the endurance races this year.
Yep.
So this is one of 3. Wait, 3 or 4? 4. Sebring and Watkins Glen and Petit Le Mans. Yeah, I can count. So if 25% of your racing in the year is gone the wayside here, that's not a good thing. But hopefully they'll get it fired back up. This was the other car we saw stop. This is Rasmus Lind.
That's Gabby Chavez, Jared Andretti in that car, also sharing it with Rasmus Lind and Josh Burton, and they were leading for a long time. Yeah, they won at the Roar and were leading here for quite a while, so I'm not exactly sure where that is, but obviously it has no power to it. I don't see any light on in the cockpit or anything like that. No one's trying to refire it. Rasmus Lind behind the wheel.
There you see the driver lineup. Jared, son of the late John, and Nancy, who we spoke to earlier, with Jeff Burton down there. Mom Nancy was on the pit box watching over things early on, and Jared was behind the wheel.
It's like they can't decide if they want to try to start it or tow it. They're just looking at what to do with it.
Somebody's taking charge, Hitch.
The number 9 is taking charge of GT. Got Campbell behind the wheel. And the plaid Porsche.
Yeah, but
doing Canada proud.
He's due for a stop here. That's for sure. I mean, the other car stopped on 193, 194, and he stopped back on 162. So that lead's going to go away soon.
Mentioned the plaid Porsche. They sat down and chatted with us a little bit last week about their rise.
Well, so far it looks like the only bleed through I have is right here. And a little bit there. Oh, the cut marks seem like they're gone. I do have a little bit right there. But let's put that hood in and see how that hood looks on it.
We went to 2020 thinking, okay, we might have actually a shot at least contending for a championship, and that was the goal in 2020.
Here we go, look at this for the lead in GTD. Porsche and BMW, this is good stuff.
It was so heartbreaking to break that axle.
So let's check that out.
2020, which kind of took us out, and then COVID happened. It was so hard to sit at home and watch the races from home and not be here competing.
Coming back into 2021, of course, we still have
I got a little bit of a issue I have to clean up right there. Let's see.
all get together and get to know each other and
I don't know if this thing does autofocus. You can see it even though it's out of focus. Need a little bit of cleanup on that. I might spray a little bit of that up in a jar and fix it that way. But that is the update so far. I want to just keep these as videos short and sweet, doing updates, so that way I don't have to upload them. I just do it live and then it stays up on there. So I hope you guys have a good one. Until next time, on the next update. I'll see you then. Bye.
say from the second half of the season we were the team to beat.